share with us your education background and industrial apps experience briefly?
Industrial apex experience? Industrial experience. Okay, I was trained in Australia. I have a first degree, and then I have a PhD in chemistry from University of Tasmania, Australia. And then I have a diploma in personnel management and also an MBA. So the last two qualifications were obtained when I came back and started working. And in terms of industrial experience, I didn't really get to practice in chemical industry, but I've had a substantial opportunity to actually practice in the educational industry, because I started my work in University Science in Malaysia, and then I moved out into the private sector. I joined an institution called KUB before I moved down to MMU. These two institutions are private institutions, and then I joined what is called KUTKM, which is now called UTEM, University Technical Malaysia Melaka, before I come here. So those in brief my background.
Okay, so second question is, what is your opinion on the current working scenario and the necessity of soft skill in the industry?
Well, at the end of the day, what industry needs is a holistic employee. Not only the employee should have the technical knowledge, but must also have what they call the generic professional competency. Okay? And this generic professional competency are related to the soft skills. You must be able to communicate effectively. You must be able to think objectively. You must be able to argue and negotiate. And you must be able to project a good image, an image of tidiness, professionalism, and an image of competency. Okay, so the soft skill is really an important element of working industry, because yes, with the technical knowledge, with the technical competency, you can get a job in the industry. But for you to rise up in the organization, you must be able to work with people. And to work with people, you really need the soft skills. Okay.
So the third question is, could you share the experience in dealing with workers related to soft skills?
Well, probably I'm not really sure what you mean by this. Probably you say that, okay, how do I improve the soft skill of my worker, for example? Okay, I do advise my staff from time to time. Some of my staff, for example, they have a narrow approach towards things. They're very rigid, for example. So I told them that you need to be more flexible. You need to be more open. Okay? If they prefer to communicate in one way, I said, we need to communicate in various ways. Not only you communicate once, but you must communicate twice and 3 times. You have to remind people. You must follow up. Otherwise, people may not be with you. If you want people to get things done, sometimes people have other priorities. So you really have to make people understand that they must do what has been asked, and by doing what has been asked, they are doing service for themselves and also for the organization at large. They're not just doing it for you. These are the things that I shared with my colleague, my subordinate. Now, I also share with them that there's a need to be firm, in the sense that, and also the need for them to also sort of administer their subordinate, because at the end of the day, organization is made up of people, and when we talk about people, you cannot run people by instruction. You cannot run people by manual. People must be happy to work with each other. People must have a clear idea about what is expected of them, what they're supposed to do, and they also want to feel appreciated. They also want, to be given opportunity to give views and ideas. So these are the things that I normally share with my colleagues.
Okay, so next question is, could you share your experience in resolving the conflict in the industry or at the workplace?
Okay, one thing that I think I should emphasize to you all, conflict is a reality. Yeah? There will always be conflict. Yeah? If you want a peaceful life, then you should be 6 feet under the ground. Yeah? So, conflict is part of reality. Conflict is part of life. And obviously conflict is everywhere in organization. Okay? But what we want is actually conflict that is healthy. Conflict should be motivated by the intention to improve on your career, to improve on the organization, and also conflict due to different views and things. Now, obviously, resolving conflicts, is the key issue. But before that, one have to look. How do one look at conflict? Secondly, then we have to resolve conflict. Some people are averse to conflict. They don't want conflicts, or they want to lead a peaceful life. Like what I've said. So, but that's not the reality. We should look at conflicts positively, and we should be able to, to actually identify and to characterize what really is the conflicts. Yeah, and then we should ask why does it arise. Okay, so that we will be able to understand the psychology of the partners and parties involved in conflict. I've managed many conflicts before. Yeah, and and I found that the major cause of conflicts are misunderstanding. So what I normally do is actually I would lay out, the subject matter, the issue related, the issue involved in the conflicts, so that people will look at it objectively, and obviously this would involve some degree of persuasion, because facts are okay. Interpretation of facts is normally the issue. Yeah, people know, this is an elephant. Whether an elephant is important or not can be debated. So this is where, for example, the soft skill is required. Yeah? And I would normally try to relate the issue towards the major objective, the common good, the benefit for everyone, and the roles that people could play. So this, and sometimes there's also a conflict between subordinate and superior. I always advise, because in these cases, for example, the issue may be because of personality or because of failure on the part of both parties. So I would let them go through the process of identifying where the cause of such conflicts may be.
So, sir, the applications of theory method in solving conflict problem.
Wow, this is an application of theory method in resolving complex problem. The first thing is that you must, they say that knowing the problem is, when you know a problem is half solved. Yeah, that means if you can describe the problem, then you basically have solved half of the problem. So the first thing that one would have to do is to actually identify the problem. What really is the problem? And to do this, one have to look at problem objectively. Yeah? You should not have any interest in the problem. Yeah? You should not say, he's my friend, therefore I must help him. And then start looking at the problem so that you can help him. No, it should not be like that. You should look at the problem objectively. What is the problem? Okay, the problem is, person A has failed to deliver a job B, and because of that, his superior is not happy about it, and he has reprimanded him because he has been reprimanded, he has misbehaved and things like that. So it has to be looked at objectively. That's the first thing. Yeah? And then after that, then as scientists, for example, there are cause and effect. Yeah, there's this there's something called the independent variable. There's the dependent variable, and there's also the moderating variable. Yeah, so because when we want to solve a problem, we must solve the problem, not the symptom. Okay, not the symptom. Someone is sick because of cancer, but he also have a cough. Yeah? So, for example, so he's a sort of frequent coughing, but the coughing may not be the real problem. It may be a symptom, but his problem may be a lung cancer, a pneumonia, for example. So someone who wants to solve a problem must first know the problem, and secondly would be able to identify what may cause the problem. Okay, and then once knowing the potential cause of a problem, then he should then look at each cause independently. Yeah? Is this a cause? Or if not, is this a cause? Or if not, is this a cause? So you have to go through that exercise. And then once you have done, you may end up finding there may be 2 or 3 causes of a problem or causes of a complaint. Yeah? Not only, for example, a subordinate failed to do his job, but probably the superior, the boss, failed to supervise the person. Okay, so therefore there are two problems here. One is, okay, this person is new, he doesn't really know what to do. Secondly, is the boss doesn't help the subordinate. So and because of, once you look at this, then the best way is that then to say that for us to have the maximum impact, which is to solve the problem fully, then we have to solve the sub-problem. And that's how it is. Okay?
Sir, how about the importance of the resilience at the workplace and situation to develop the
resilience, ability to endure. There will always be pressure. There will always be people who doesn't like you. There will always be people who want to make you fall behind, and things like that. But you just have to, to continue and work on. Okay, how to improve your resilience? Okay, now at the end of the day, experience helps. Because once you have the experience, then you will not be easily upset. And you know that it's okay, I just do my job. Because you have seen the effect of things. So you know that as long as you keep doing what you're doing, then there shouldn't be any problem. People, the chances of people to upset you, to make you fail, will be lesser. But before you have the experience, how do you develop the resilience? Now, you see, it is resilience come with knowledge. Because you must have the knowledge, you must be good yourself first, and you must have a good heart. You must have a good heart, because with that, when you do something, you know what you're doing is okay, and then you will try to improve the way you do things. Even though you are failing, you will not be shy to ask people, how to get things done. And the fact that you have good heart will make it easy for you, because you will take the advice. When people see that you have a good heart, you're a nice person, you don't show off, you're willing to work hard, so they will assist you. Because in work environment, resilience cannot be developed independently of the environment. You have to draw the strength from outside. You look at your senior, you look at your friends, how they work hard, how they slog. Yeah? And through that, yeah, you say, okay, I should be able to do the same, and I should be able to endure. Because in the work environment, there will always be up and down. Okay, so it is then a matter of you accepting that a failure is not a failure fully. A failure is an opportunity to learn. Yeah, I mean, if you get if you get number 10, for example, I mean, if your rating, if the rating among employees is 1 to 5, and you were rated, let's say 3, don't worry, work harder, and learn more, and then you will improve further. So, at the end of the day, resilience deal very much with our mental strength, with the way we can manage our emotion. Yeah. So at the end of the day, and also sense of maturity. Yeah. We have, so you you have to actually develop this thing, not independently, but together with others, looking at the best examples around you. All right. So that's question number 6. Okay.
So number 7 is the situations whereby coaching and mentoring become essentials.
Well, coaching. Yeah. What is coaching? Coaching is, to show you how to do things, yeah? And to make sure that the way you have done it is correct. Yeah. So in work environment, this is very common. Yeah. This is very common, because when you start working, you don't know how to get things done, because someone has to show you. So and then he show you the technical aspect of how to get things done, and then he also have to motivate you. He has to encourage you. Yeah. But yes, coaching is very much on sharing on the technical aspect, and mentoring is to actually work on the emotion, to motivate you, to encourage you. These are, but they are related. Now, coaching and mentoring are related. Yeah? Coaching provides you with the technical knowledge. Mentoring provides you with the spirit and the right attitude, and the mental strength to get things done. So these are essential aspects in organization. So when do we need it? Yeah. I suppose when people start working in organization, they need to be coached, and they need to be coached. Someone will be assigned to to coach the person, so that he will get to know his job fully. Yeah, because when you start in organization, you don't really know what you're supposed to do, how to do it, and what is expected out of you. So coaching is required. And then obviously when you join an organization, Lauya organization, you say, you made a mistake of joining the organization. Yeah, so you feel downhearted. So a mentor will tell you, no, don't worry about it. This is a good organization to work for. He will say, okay, how? And then he will say, you must do this, you must do that. So you must get to know people. This person can help you in this, that person can help you that, and things like that. So the mentor, will help bring you up. Will help bring you up, so that you become confident. You know what you are supposed to do, and you are positive about things around you. So you need, a new employee, you need both the coach and also a mentor. Sometimes the same person can do both. Yeah, sometimes the same person can do both. But sometimes you have a coach that is very strict, and because of that you feel a bit downhearted, so you need another mentor to assist you. All right.
Is important of the spiritual intelligence to support the workers' performance.
Now, whatever we do, in whatever we do, there are bases of it. There are philosophical arguments that support everything that we do. obviously at the end of the day, whatever we do is to bring goodness to ourselves, to bring goodness to our family members, to bring goodness to the nation at large. So we are guided by this spirit, yeah, to create goodness for everyone. Yeah. But if you are not guided by any spiritual values, yeah, if you're guided, oh, money, I work hard because of money, and then I want to drive bigger car, and then I want to have prettier girlfriends for you, sort of, and then I want to keep changing one girlfriend. You're not guided by, by spiritual values. You are guided by animal values, the instinct, pleasure, and things like that. So at the end of the day, when you come across a situation, you will say, what motivates this person? Why did he do things like this? For example, why did he do it? What is his motive? Is he guided by any value system at all? Or he's just doing it out of anger? Yeah? Or he's doing it out of his jealousy, and things like that. So, spiritual intelligence is very, very important. Yeah? Some people say we're doing it, whatever they do is for God. Some people say whatever they do is for the common goodness of everyone. Yeah? And some people say, but ultimately when they say it's for God, it's because God teach them, to do good to other people. So again, it's the same thing. Yeah. So we cannot run away from being guided by spiritual intelligence. So you will in fact see that the successful people are those who have strong spiritual values. Yeah? They are philosophical. They whenever they want to do certain things, they will think of the effect. Yeah? They will think of the reason why they should do it and how best they should do it, and what will be the impact of whatever they do. If they feel that what they if what they want to do doesn't really bring good effect, which is a benefit to people, in fact it is a wastage, then they won't do it. Yeah? So at the end of the day, and this spiritual intelligence can also be reflected on the face, whether a person is happy or not, whether he feels satisfied or not, whether he's contented or not. Yeah? So, if someone looks angry all the time, then obviously he's not really spiritual intelligent. Yeah? We may be under pressure, but we may, because of our work environment, we may be under pressure. Yeah? But we know, that pressure is worst come to worst is because misunderstanding about what we do. So we could take it, positively. Yeah, we didn't say, oh, they are my enemies, that's why they're pressuring me. You get my point. The differences between, if you have the spiritual intelligence, you say, okay, they try to correct me, and I will improve. If you do not have spiritual intelligence, they are my enemies. I'm going to get at them later on, and you will lead a miserable life. Yeah? So it is very important for one to have spiritual intelligence, and that will really enhance your performance in the work environment. Yes.
Okay, so number 9. So can you give the word of advice to young students?
For what? Motivation. Word of advice to young students. First is work hard. Yeah. Work hard in the sense that you're here to acquire knowledge. You're here to acquire knowledge. You're here to be trained to become professional in the respective area. In chemistry. What area are you?
Management.
Okay, to be a professional manager. And you?
Same.
Management.
Yes.
To become, sort of. So, you have to work hard. And you must, obviously before that, you must be clear about what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And then you work hard. And then you must also enjoy your environment, your friend. Because life as a student is the best part of life. Because once you finish studying, Like me, you know, I have to earn money, I have to pay for car, I have to pay for the house, you know. So when you are a student, is the best part of life. But at the same time, you know, you must also doing some thinking, you know, when you are a student. Because as I said, you know, you have to do some thinking about, well, exactly what did I want to, what do you want to do? I mean, so the, you know, you have an ambition, and then you must decide, you know, when you are still studying, roughly how to actually achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah. But the most important thing is for you to make friends. Yeah, to get to know people and to observe about how life is. Yeah, because in, you know, in the university you also will observe, yeah, what you will be coming across when you work in environment, and in the work environment. You will see conflict, you will see performance, poor performance, good performance, you will see nice people, you will see not so nice people, yeah? You will come across various things. When you go through this, you must think, you must also ponder, and you must see how can you survive in such environment. How can you equip yourself so that you will do well in any environment. Yeah? So you must do that, not just study for grades. I have one student, you know, second year. She a third year student. She doesn't have any friends. She is so busy studying. Yeah? Studying, and when I asked her about this girl, did she know it? She said she doesn't know. Even in her class, she doesn't know many students. Use the opportunity to get to know people, because you know, you should develop your soft skill when you are here in the university. You should also develop your leadership ability when you are in the university, because when you go out there, it's too late, because you must perform. Okay, and you won't have much time to learn. All right? All the best.
That's all. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.